Hello, happy Friends Rocks. How is everyone doing today? I am doing wonderful. I have the house to myself. I can be as loud as I want to. I can scream to the top of my lungs. It's good to have the house to yourself. I know you love everybody that is in your family, but sometimes you just like having that house to yourself because you can do whatever you want to do and you don't have to do anything based off of what somebody else is doing. It's like I can be sitting here and doing my my videos and things of that nature, and then I will get up and I'll be ready to maybe clean, go in there and do the things that I need to do, and then my spouse decides he wants to take a nap, and I mean he's free to do that, but our house is so small that limits my movement because I don't want to wake him up. So I'm kind of glad to have the house to myself today. Sorry, guys, being selfish. I don't really think it's selfish. I think it's self-care. I think it's self-love. I think it's like I don't feel I don't feel compelled to do things based off what somebody else is doing, and that's a good kind of freedom. Welcome to Monday. Yes, it's Monday again. Every 7 days we'll do this. Mondays are not always the best day, are they? Some of my Mondays were the best. I would have the best day on Monday. The funniest thing was that on Friday the 13th, everybody's having a bad day and moaning and groaning, and those would be my favorite days. The best things would happen. I would have the best attitude. Yeah, I'm weird, and we'll do this every day. I'm weird, and your point. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So it's Monday. I am glad to be here with you. I have some new people chiming in with me, and I'm excited. A lot of people, some other viewers have noticed, and that excites me. So, yay. I'm getting places. I am saying things worthy, and they're not like the mumble jumble that I thought they would be. And no, I haven't told, I don't tell anybody. My husband knows I do videos. My children know I do video, or one of my daughter does. My oldest daughter does. I think my youngest daughter does. Yeah, I've made her watch a couple of clips, and my grandson does. But it's not like a common knowledge kind of thing. I've told my friends. I haven't sent them the videos. I just want this to grow naturally. So we'll see. I'm excited though. I'm so impressed with how many people it's reaching, and I feel like I'm doing a good thing. It doesn't mean I am, but I feel like it. It has helped me so much. I am here to help you through your anxiety and depression, through what has helped me come out of a 10 or 15 year battle with some severe depression and some dark times, some anxiety, things of that nature. It has affected me up until about maybe 2 years ago. Long story there. We'll get into it later. Ask me about the truck. Don't worry about it. I'll get there. I will get there. Funny story. But today we are on day 12. Yes, day 12, lesson 12. It doesn't seem right. I feel like it's been like day 15. Anyway, July will be here before you know it. I keep saying that, but it will. It will. Okay, day 12, the one path to serenity. Keep this thought at the ready at daybreak and through the day and night. There is only one path to happiness, and that is in giving up all outside of your sphere of choice, regarding nothing else as your possession, surrendering all else to God and fortune. And that was Epictetus in his discourses. And this is the rest of it. This morning, remind yourself that what is in your control. Very repetitive in that, because it's very important that you understand the difference between your control and not your control. This morning, remind yourself of what is in your control and what's not in your control. Remind yourself to focus on the former, not the latter. Before lunch, remind yourself that the only thing you truly possess is your ability to make choices and to use reason and judgment when doing so. This is the only thing that can never be taken from you completely. In the afternoon, remind yourself that aside from the choices you make, your fate is not entirely up to you. The world is spinning and we spin along with it, whichever direction, good or bad. In the evening, remind yourself again how much is outside of your control and where your choices begin and end. As you lie in bed, remember that sleep is a form of surrender and trust in how easily it comes. And prepare to start the whole cycle over again tomorrow. What does that mean? What can it mean? It can mean we're focusing on choices. We're focusing on what we control and what we cannot control. I did see I was on Facebook just a minute ago. I don't have my Facebook tied into my YouTube yet because I have all my family and friends over there, and I just kind of don't want to do the same thing. But I did see on Facebook, it had a little circle and it had things that you can control, like your behavior, your thoughts, your emotions, and things like that. What you cannot control is the past or other people's thoughts or what other people say or the seasons, the weather, that kind of thing. You know, you have to have please have a clear concept of what you can and cannot control. Even if you write it down and draw that big circle about the things that you can control, your house, you know, how you run your house is what you can control. How you run, you know, how you do your day. If you want to do it time by time, I don't see the point in doing that. Like, oh, I'm going to have 30 minutes here to do this. You know, there's always some kind of setback. So that's kind of a frivolous thought. I'm only going to have 15 minutes to get to the doctor. Check. You know, that's a little too much for me. That's a little too constrictive. So I don't do it that way, but I do, you know, keep a calendar. I actually keep two. But I keep a calendar and I try to, you know, I just write in what I need to do that day, and then I base my day on what's going on around me. Today, I have nothing to do. I thought I was going to get outside the house, and then I thought better of it. I really got some things I need to do in the house. So, one of them might be this room. You never know. You know, I never did get outside. It was too cold yesterday. I went to check the mail, and it was freezing. I was like, no. I don't want to get out there when it's super hot, but I don't want to get out there when it's freezing. I need to make up my mind, don't I? I really... I don't want to get hives again. I have a tendency to get hives a lot, and I don't like it. That's what I need to do. I need to clean my bed sheets because my dog has been on my bed. We call her the dust mop. She looks like a little dust mop. Yeah, that kind of thing. How's everybody doing? Has anybody made any plans for today other than work? I know work can be so tedious and not really boring, because some good things can happen at work. Some good things, you know, you have good people working with you. I'm sure you do. Otherwise, you just don't want to be close to anybody. You don't trust anybody. You don't know who is what and what is who. But I think I'm just going to record this, and I'm going to get up out of here, and I'm going to do some things, you know, like do the bed and clean the room like I'm supposed to, sweep them up, that sort of thing. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. Please leave me a comment. I know the comments, YouTube has rules as anything else does. And they have this algorithm that you reach, and they start to recommend your videos, and they start to see you as a popular person, and you hit certain numbers. So that's their algorithm. And liking and commenting and subscribing, that kind of thing, adds to that. Your reaction to my videos is what this is basically based off of. So that's lovely. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much to all of those that have come in contact with me and come in contact with my videos and decided to comment. I'm loving the attention. I really am. Again, I didn't think I had a whole lot to say because it just seems so. It just seems so nonchalant. It just seems so unimportant. But I guess it is important for somebody else to see somebody, a depressive person, come out and say, "Hey, you can do this. I know you can." So, thank you. You have no idea what it means to me. You have no clue how thrilled I am that you've seen my channel and that you could stop by and say hey and or subscribe or anything of that nature. So the comments, I feel like, yes, they do help the algorithm in which YouTube has based itself off of. And that's fine and dandy, but I think the comments are for me only to get to know you, to get to know what you're like, what you need from me, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not any kind of professional person. I am just a person that suffered with a huge amount of dark, deep depression and anxiety, to the point where I could not get up out of bed, where I could not focus, where everything that somebody else said outside of me, even my spouse, even my children, I mean, they would say things and it just hit me like a ton of bricks, and I come out in battle mode thinking that they were directing it at me. I took everything so personal. I took everything so wrong. My husband included. I took my children included. I don't remember. There are some years of my children's childhood that I cannot remember. I cannot remember. I can see pictures. I had to look at pictures yesterday. My daughter was looking. She does makeup. She does a wonderful job. She does makeup and she dresses herself up, and it's so cute to see her do it. She does a wonderful, wonderful job. I'm so proud of her. But she was trying to copy her makeup from a 5th grade, so she's making me look through all these pictures. She lives away from me for about 3 hours, so I'm having to look through these pictures and send her pictures, and it's painful because I'm like, I don't remember this time in their life. I just don't remember because I was so focused in my head. It robbed me of my children's childhood. That is how sad it is. I do not remember parts of my children growing up. And she was like, send me 5th grade pictures. And I'm like, I'm sorry. All these years seem to run together, and I don't mean to be that way. It's not like I wasn't focusing. I cannot recall 5th grade from 9th grade. I cannot do that for you. I'm sorry. So I'm sending you what I think I have. That's hard. That is so hard. How can you not remember your child from 5th grade? Yikes. But it's there. It happens. It does happen because you're so mentally focused on what your pain is, and you're focused on what you're focused on how much better you could feel, or how much low you are, and how nobody's paying attention to you. The truck incident. This was about 2 or 3 years ago. We were cleaning up the house. I was trying to clean up the house. And I told my spouse, I was like, he's not one to think that cleaning up the house is an important part of his, he works. He brings in the money. And that's all I should expect of him. I shouldn't ask him to wash dishes. I should not ask him. He's that kind of man. And I was watching a video earlier today on YouTube where a man was telling people, he's going to help his wife because he's going to give her that moral support. And I'm so glad for his wife, because not all of us are like that. Again, we're redoing the bathroom, and I have caulk and everything all throughout my floors. I mean, after the bathroom is done, I'm going to have a lot of cleaning to do, because he doesn't clean as he goes. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. So one time, I had asked him to take out the trash. But I was like, we had some mice in the house, and I didn't want any more mice I didn't want it to grow. And it was getting tiresome because we live out in the middle of nowhere. We live absolutely out in the middle of nowhere. And the mice were coming in. And I was like, take out the boxes, because we had like Amazon boxes and Christmas boxes and things like that. So this was January. And I was like, just get these boxes out of here. We didn't get the boxes out of there. And when he takes out the trash, he doesn't take out the trash in the bathrooms. I have to do that. If the trash is in the bathrooms or in the bedrooms or anything like that, I have to take the trash out like that. He doesn't go around the house and find any more trash. He just takes out whatever he sees. He's that kind of man. And I'm not down on him. I'm really not. You know, he's got a lot in his head. He's running a company, that kind of, you know, he's the president of so and so. So I'm not down on him at all. He's just that kind of man. And men, some men can be like that. Some men can be very cautious about how they, you know, do their house. I'm not that fortunate. So he didn't take out the boxes. He went ahead, he took out the trash. And I was like, he come back and I just had a fit. I had just a general meltdown about him not doing it as I asked him to do, because we've been married for 30 some odd years, and I get tired of having to tell him things, and then he completely ignores what I've told him. He completely just does whatever he chooses to do. So the boxes didn't get taken out that day, and I was like, you know, pitched a fit or whatever, and we had this really big meltdown. We had this really big fight. I tore the TV out of the wall. I know, I'm really, really bad. I'm really, really bad. This is not funny, but there was a certain type of medicine that I had also not had for a couple of days. So there's that. I had been without some kind of medicine. So when you see me on here, yes, I am very medicated. And I have to be, because otherwise I can't cope. I can't cope. I don't like being with medicine, but this story is proof that I have to have medicine. So, the fight goes on, and I end up taking a pole, and he has a truck outside that he bought from somebody, but it's a customized truck. And I go and yeah, forgive me, because I can be silly. I go and I ruin the headlights of this set truck. So he calls the cops and he tries to have me committed. He does. He's my spouse, and he tries to have me committed. He's like, you know, she's ruined my truck, and she's going off the wall, and, you know, the police get here, and I told him, I'm like, he never does what I ask him to. I ask him to do certain things, and he doesn't do it, and it drives me up the wall. I finally just had enough, and I come out here, and I upset the a truck, and I did this. This is the president, and this is, you know, I was letting him know I'm not crazy. I'm very well aware, but I haven't had my medicine. I'm very well aware of where I am. I'm not insane, but my husband was trying to have me committed. And then he was like, well, what about my truck? And the police were like, what is yours is half hers, so deal with it. So my husband had to pay for his truck to be fixed. I'm sorry, but karma. Just let you know, karma does work. I had gone in later because he was ordered to leave the house. He had agitated me so much that the cops were like, okay, you need to leave the house. Leave the house. So I was in there washing dishes, not paying attention. I was just still mad. I'm one of those people that when I get anxious or when I get angry, I have to clean. So I'm in there washing dishes, and I take the silverware and I put some silverware in there, and then I do like this, and I pat it down. Why I did that, I have no idea. I don't know. So what is only sticking up except a knife, a very sharp, brand new knife. And I got 7 stitches that night. I'm sitting here bleeding. I had to take the knife out of my hand. That was gruesome. I'm squirting out blood everywhere. And then luckily he comes back, I guess, to check on me, and he comes in the door, and I have my hand like this, and I'm wrapped it up, and I'm like, something happened. I was like, I was not trying to kill myself. And he was like, well, I'm smart enough to realize that where the knife hit, you know, that you weren't trying to do anything malicious. It was just an accident. I patted the thing down. But yeah, 7 stitches right there. I know you see it. Wait. Right there. That same night. It was gruesome. Yeah. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I know. I'm weird. But yeah. That was about 2 or 3 years ago. But that was my last. But I'm real careful to keep my medicine. I can skip a day maybe of my medicine if I run out of it. But other than that, I'm scrambling around trying to get it, because I'm like, I can't go through that again. I can't do that. That fighting stuff is just, it's for It's for the birds. You know, I can assume, especially in past times, me having fits like that the neighbors think I'm just nuts. And not a good kind of nut. You know what I mean? So there's that. The truck. Don't ruin your husband's truck just because you're mad. Don't do that. Don't do that. But that is the kind of person I was. That is the kind of illness that I had to deal with. He was not happy. He couldn't have me committed. He couldn't even have me arrested. He couldn't have me sued or anything for his truck. Nothing. Oh, poor guy. But I got karma. I did get karma. People, pay attention to what you can control. Pay attention to what you can control. If you take your medicine daily, it does work. It does help. But you have to get used to it. You have to give it some time. I know nobody likes to think about taking medicine, but if you have diabetes or you have high cholesterol, if you have a blood thinning problem, if you have any kind of medical problem, you're having to take pills anyway. So there's no shame in having to take pills to regulate yourself. There's some synapses up there in your brain that just, it can be an imbalance. It could be a chemical imbalance. It could be really depression. It could be like something uncontrollable. But I have to take my medicine to be able to function daily. And I do hate it because I didn't believe in that kind of thing. But now that I am grown and it's proven that I need my medicine to function daily, I have to take it every day. I'm very careful. Just be aware if you're off of my medicine. I'm suggesting a mood journal. And maybe any kind of journal, any kind of writing down, any kind of note keeping about your thoughts or medicine or anything of that nature. Keep that in mind so you know what triggers you, if it's the lack of medicine or if it's the lack of attention or if it's, just like with my husband. I was so aggravated, so irritated with him, 30 years into marriage and he just not listening to me. I hope I made y'all laugh. I hope that story made y'all laugh because it wasn't funny at the time, but now it's hilarious. That's what I said. My mom used to call me Little Lucy, like Lucille Ball. She was like, I was the little Lucille because I could take like the most serious situations. It ended up being the funniest thing. Guys, don't be like me. Don't be Cassie. Don't just be able to overcome your situation. Yes. By all means, be that way. Have the willpower to know what you can and cannot. Know your limitations. Know what you can control. Know what you can't control. And like I said, this is going to be repetitive all through this book. So if you're tired of hearing that, I'm really, really sorry. But it's very impertinent that you know what you can and cannot control, because you cannot control anybody else. I couldn't control my husband. I couldn't control that he wouldn't take the boxes out of the house. Oh, I was so irritated that day. Okay. So I'm gonna get myself together. I hope y'all find that. I hope this story is your great big belly laugh, but I can't promise it could be just a no nonsensical story for you. But who knows? The truck. And that truck is still in the yard. My grandson has decided that when he turns 18 that he gets that truck. So maybe 16. So that's not too many years away. And we've had that truck since he was about 4 or 5, maybe 6. So it's not that many years away. That's so sad. I'm gonna breathe. Catch my breath. Okay. I can do this. I know how. Maybe. Okay. I hope you find that great big belly laugh. I hope that the news that you had that was shocking for you, I hope that you can deal with it, and they know who I'm speaking of. And I hope you find the best way to cope with it. I really do. Not all news is good news. And I hope that you find somebody to appreciate, even if it's yourself. Tell yourself you appreciate yourself. It is good for confidence to talk to yourself. Whatever voice, your voice makes it solid. When your ears hear it, I am a worthy person, and that I am a worthy person. And sometimes I go around the day and I say that to myself over and over and over and over, so I can hear it, because what I hear is concrete in my mind. The fact that I think it, not so much. I have to hear it. And that's why they tell you to say affirmations out loud, because when you hear it, it becomes solid. I am useful to someone. You have to hear it. So talk to yourself. And make sure nobody's in the house, because otherwise they'll think you're me. Is that really a bad thing? Is it? Find somebody you appreciate. Find that great big belly laugh. I hope the weather has entered your day in a mode in which you desire. If not, then that's just tough, because you can't control the weather, can you? I hope you learned that what you can control and what you can't control. I hope that is a very poignant and a relevant thing for you to understand. I really do. And that you can control all things accordingly, stoically, calmly, without confrontation, without battle, without turmoil, without busting your husband's headlights. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go clean my house, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the attention. I do appreciate. You have no idea what it means to me. Again, I thought I had nothing to say. I thought I had nothing at all to say, but then I'm getting comments. I'm getting people asking me this and that and the other, and I'm just so excited. I'm thrilled. I cannot wait to meet more people. I cannot wait for more comments, even if they're bad, even if they're like, Cassie, you're a sicko. How did you ruin your husband's car? Well, it wasn't ruined because it was able to be fixed, and they were only headlights. I didn't scratch at the car. I was mad, and I was unmedicated. Come on, people. Give me a break. Y'all have a lovely day. Enjoy your Monday. I know it's hard, but do it anyway. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.